become the best support system. Lastly, I would like to shout out to my dad, who flew me all the way out from Telluride, Colorado for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I love you very much. Over almost 5 years of living with type 1 diabetes, I have had the extraordinary gift, honor, and privilege to inspire people through my words, actions, and stories. Most of all, I have had the absolute honor to attend DYF's Bearskin Meadows Camp and Camp de los Niños. Camp has allowed me to embrace myself. For me, it's the best week of the year. It's one of the only places where I have diabetes in common with everyone. Everyone understands. I don't have to explain why I need to prick my finger, or what makes my pump suddenly beep, or why I need to get some food in the middle of something important if I feel low. Not only do the friends you make at camp help each other with the mental and physical parts of T1D, but we are also there for each other when we just need someone to talk to. Because being a teenager can be difficult sometimes, but being a teenager living with diabetes is another story. When I am playing soccer with my friends, I always need to have my meter with me and a low snack just in case. The people I have met and the stories I have heard have shown me the true bravery, love, and kindness within every person living with diabetes. Tonight, I am going to share a few stories with you from camp and my experience of living with diabetes. My first year at kids camp at Bearskin, on the last night of camp, everyone had to sleep inside of the dining hall. We were all filled with sadness as the week was coming to a close and it was downpouring outside. Lightning was close, so we couldn't sleep on our decks because of the metal on each and every bed. The night was filled with sadness and stories from the week, as well as Dexcom beeps. I remember a counselor once asked us if we would ever see an article in the newspaper about a cure for diabetes, if we would ever take it. Most of our answers were no, because without diabetes, there'd be no diabetes community, no camp. Another story that I will never forget was from this year at Camp de los Niños. This year, I gained an endless trust for all the girls in my cabin. On the last night of camp, we went on a trust walk. Our counselors guided us around camp as we were blindfolded. Eventually, we gathered in a circle and talked about our fears, accomplishments, and struggles of living with diabetes. We cried and continued to talk about how wonderful DYF is. Without diabetes camp, I would not be as confident, resilient, and sharing about my diabetes. Diabetes has become an outlet to so many wonderful opportunities, including this one. Those I have met at camp have taught me that diabetes is making us all better people. We take better care of our bodies because we are aware of what we consume. We are braver because we deal with the constant needles. We are more patient because of the constant highs and lows. And most of all, we've become better people because we live with an invisible disease and we do it well. Diabetes can be difficult sometimes. Sometimes you feel discouraged, alone, and in need of a break. Trust me, I have felt this way too. Although I know that I'm not alone. Diabetes camp has taught me that. When I get to camp, I am home away from home. I don't feel different when I wear my insulin pump in a visible place and don't receive uncomfortable looks when I say I feel high or low. There it's the norm. And in a way, it's the best feeling in the world because everyone speaks the same language as you, the language of diabetes. Now here I am, exactly 4 years and 7 months later, and I'm very fortunate to now be on the Medtronic 670 pump in auto mode, even though it sometimes gives you difficulties, like today it malfunctioned, leaving me on shots until tomorrow when they ship a new one. And the technology advances have come so far in the diabetes world since the first campers in 1938 who got to experience the first of Camp Magic. It has now been about 5 weeks of being in auto mode. With Medtronic 670, I have the capability to play an entire soccer game without the fear of going low. This season, I have scored 12 goals, with my blood sugar being in the low 100s. With not going low, I have had to reteach myself the difference between just feeling hungry and being low. low. My graph remains steady, and I have lost the exhaustion of not being out of range. I have found this new energy I never knew existed. DYF has taught me so much and will continue to. I have also learned that bravery is something that truly exists in all of us. T1D doesn't change who we are, it just reveals who we actually are and will continue to become. Do whatever it takes to make yourself feel strong along this journey of life. I believe every child living with type 1 diabetes should have the exact opportunity as me to go to camp. Camp gives you the confidence and certainty every diabetic child should have. Camp teaches us that diabetes is just a sliver of who you are. Thank you.